All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the Clockwork Nexus. It is Monday night, which means we are here for Uncharted. This week, we are here for the Northern Cross, as you can see by the lovely players that I have with me. It's been a couple weeks, but I am excited to get back into it. But before we can do that, that means that we need an explanation of exactly what happened. And Danielle has told me specifically that nobody else is allowed to do the recaps, so I have to go back to her. Danielle, what happened a couple weeks ago here on Uncharted, the Northern Cross?
I can tell you what's going to happen. Helgar's girlfriend is going to get eaten by a giant dragon turtle.
Who's Helgar?
That's Threads of War.
That's the one where I'm a player.
That's my vengeance.
Anyway.
So we went shopping because we have to go shopping. Got stocked up on some potions, heard about some dragons that are traveling around. Not a good sign. I got some honey roasted nuts. And then Sorsha was basically like kind of this almost magical hypnosis drawn to this ginormous silver dragon that was just kind of laying in wait in a field, and said dragon spoke to her and said that she was chosen for a reason, and more or less gave her his blessing. And Sorsha now has a responsibility to bear to do right, not just in terms of this mission she's been given by her boss, but also this kind of draconic heritage or blessing. I'm not really sure yet. This kind of moral high ground that she has to maintain to keep herself worthy of this. And then we kind of just ended nightfall. We met some pets, and yeah, that was about it.
All right. An apt enough description. Accurate enough. So that is where we will pick up. We will pick up at camp. I think, did I give you guys a camp? I don't know. If somebody wants to share a map, I'll see if I can. Say what?
We had a camp map.
Yeah.
I just have to find it. I think I might have to switch you or like change you guys to two different campaigns in Roll22, because it is really hard to keep track of y'all between two. There it is. Look at that. First try. Go me. Bam.
There we go.
There we go. So now all we need is somebody to share it if they can. If not, we'll just have the lovely creepy clock in the middle, and that's okay too. But all right, and Moldy is supposed to be small, right?
Basically cat-sized, yes.
Yes. There you go. Ciao. All right, so where we are picking up, 4 of you are sitting around the fire for the night. Sorsha has been laid up in her. It has been established it is a flame-retarded tent and a flame-retarded sleeping bag. Because,
yes.
Because her little wildfire companion does have the capability of lighting shit on fire, legitimately. So, with that, I will say the story is your guys'. Tell me a story. Interact as you see fit. What's happening? Take it away, guys.
Draz is going to offer V some soup, hoping that, she's done being mad at him because he's kind of tired of it.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
So I'm trying to remember. I know last time Thevier had Sorsha and put her into the tent, and then she kind of woke up very briefly and said, "Hey, yeah, no, crazy things happened to me," and then she went right back to bed after Multi came back to bed. Are we starting up the next morning, or is it still the previous evening?
Still that evening.
Okay.
Sorry, I assumed it was. I'm sorry.
Yes, that is correct. That is a good assumption. It is still that evening. Y'all saw everything that happened, which, I would imagine you guys got some questions, so you guys can interact as you would. Like I said, take it away. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, it is all on you guys.
I would like to be hidden from Draz, so I want him to try to find me. I'm not where everybody else is. I went away for some peaceful moments alone.
Kina's just like rapidly writing in this notebook that she has because Thevier recently gave her like a brief kind of lowdown on dragons and the different types, like chromatic, gem, metallic. And so she's just like taking notes and like just trying to deepen her understanding of all the things going on.
All right.
Thevier is obviously very concerned about Sorsha, so I'm going to ritual cast Tensor's floating disc. I'm going to disappear into the forest and the woods around me. I want to collect a metric ton of firewood. I'm also not that, noble Thevier is used to being out and about. But I'd like to roll some survival checks to set some snares so that I can get Sorsha some breakfast in the morning, something hot and fresh. Also a survival check to find like the most beautiful flowers within the forest while I'm doing this wood hunting so I can collect all of these things while she's napping.
All right. So give me those. Give me 2 survival checks and a nature check.
So my survival checks are going to be 18 and 13.
Okay. So you do find a fair amount of firewood. With that 13, you did manage to get some splinters in your very posh and well manicured hands.
I would argue, yes, my hands are well manicured, but my hands are very calloused just from all of the sword play. I walked into that one. I see where Brian's head is going.
This is not Friday. We have hinges here, sir.
That sword play is a perfectly valid phrase.
It is.
We barely have hinges here.
Yeah, have you seen our Friday? Well, that was one shot, though. Well, a 2 shot, really. So we had as many
so
hinges
many
as
shorts
2
out
shots
of that
had.
one.
But anyway, here, the dice say you still did manage to get a pretty hefty sliver.
Oh, that's fine.
And a hangnail.
Oh, the horror. Now I can spend the rest of the night pruning my fingernails.
I can just see the situation. Like, Thevier busts out a manicure kit, and it's like, oh, you're using Sorsha's manicure kit? And he's like, Sorsha's? I mean, yes.
Valid. Yes.
Sorsha's.
Does he try to hide it, or is he just like, no, this is mine?
No, that's 100%. Hey, you have to look the part to be as lordly as Thevier. This kind of effort, this kind of maintenance takes a lot of effort. Okay,
dude. And he knows because look at the pristine state of that mustache.
Exactly.
In real life, mustache is so perfect. I am so jealous. I didn't even last a week with the one I was trying to grow, and I was like, nope, too itchy, can't do it.
Come on, dude, you got to give it the full go.
Dude, I can't.
I will.
This
give
is
it
all I got
when I'm allowed.
Anyway, what did you get for that nature check, by the way?
The nature check was a 15.
15?
Yes.
Okay, so you do find a very beautiful purple rose that looks like it has some bioluminescence here in the moonlight. Like you see that, it's very pretty.
Arcana check.
I was thinking the same thing.
Go for it.
Pretty sure Arcana is one of the things I kick ass at. Yes, 28.
28.
Oh,
So
wow.
with that, you do know that there is a little bit of magic involved in it, but it is druidic magic, and that there is a few strains of flowers that the moon druids around these parts did grow to have a little bit of bioluminescence, and that they are very pretty.
So instead of picking the flower, I would like to dig it up at the roots
Okay.
and find a vessel to pot it into, and then I'll bring
Okay.
the flower back to camp.
Okay. Roll investigation for random flower pot.
Hold on. Because I am married to a druid in real life, how big would this flower be?
About the size of a larger rose.
Okay. So I would like to. I have a couple of like lamp oil glasses.
Okay.
So I would like to empty out one of the lamp oil glasses and then thoroughly wash out the inside. And then I'm just going to use the inside as a propagation station.
Okay.
And I'll put the flower inside the oil vase with water so that in a couple of days it can reroot.
Okay. You do so, and now you are in possession of one lunar rose. A very pretty one.
All right. All of this goes onto Tensor's floating disk and comes back with me to camp. And we will have days and days and days of firewood.
Okay. So you come back with a floating disc full of the firewood, including one that is the bane of your existence, as it did manage to give you both a hangnail and a splinter.
That one burns first.
Okay.
It's talented, really.
As you see him emphatically throw this log on the fire.
Emphatically throw the log on the fire and
what a time for him to freeze. That's a little funny. If you said
Never
something
mind.
after emphatically throw the fire, you froze right up, so we didn't get to hear it.
I'm a fire tiefling, and one of the few things I forgot to give myself was, fire spells. It's fine. We'll emphatically throw it onto the fire.
As one does.
And think about doing a fire spell only to realize he knows none.
Yep.
It would have been hilarious if you'd cast Hellish Rebuke on it, and that's how it got put into the fire.
Hellish.
Would have been an epic turn of events, and now I'm a little bit saddened at my character creation.
Well, hey, we're taking a long rest. You can mess with your spell list.
So, Draz, going over to you. With your ring of friendship that you are wearing, you do know that your friend V is close by. So I will say give me either a survival check or a perception check to try to find her. Either one with advantage. What do we got there, bud?
Probably Hannah going like this around like the outer edges of camp.
No, I kind of picture her in like a dark part of the forest, like just closing her eyes, pretending to meditate, but she can hear all your bullshit, like all the camp behind her, and she's just kind of like going like.
I do like the hear all your bullshit descriptor. Like, that's pretty good. What did you get on that check, Jason?
Oh, I didn't even roll it because he got a 28. Would you like me to?
Yes. Because a nat 20 will still do things if you can get it.
I got an 11. I am not good at Arcana. I have a -1.
Did you do...
No, he's saying
No,
to find me.
find her. I said with your friendship ring, you know V is nearby.
Oh,
Were you
I
not
did not hear
listening
you
to
say
what
that.
I fucking
I didn't
said?
hear you say that at all.
Welcome to the Nexus. We're professionals here.
Yep.
Professionals something.
So what am I doing?
So I will say again, Jason, aka Draz, with your friendship ring, you are aware that V is within proximity.
So here's the deal. I am going to get, like, how good is the proximity warning on this thing?
I would say you know she is within. You know she is within 60 feet of you.
Okay.
As you're sitting there by the fire, you know she is somewhere within 60 feet of you at the moment.
So I am going to go into the direction that I am 95% sure she's in, and I'm going to just get a little bit away from the fire, and I'm going to say, V, we need to talk about this at some point. You can run away, but we've talked about it before. Running away doesn't solve anything. I'm here when you want to talk, but you got to be the one to take the step here. All right? And I wait for a second to see if she responds. Like, all right, I'm going back to the fire.
From out of the
Does V
darkness,
respond
just
at
middle
all?
fingers.
No, but she starts to hum an old song that she remembers. Just like while she's closing her eyes and meditate, like she's just trying to like refocus. And even though he said all those things, it's still like she's like, I'm the one that has to apologize. So she's getting reheated.
I'm not telling you to apologize. Just
That's
that we
exactly
need to-
what you just said.
The married dude in me is sitting there like,
the
oh
word
no, like, this is
apologize did not
bad.
come out of my mouth. I said we need to talk about it.
Yeah, and then you said, but you have to make the first move.
Well, yeah, because I can't tie you up and make you talk. You have to be willing to do
I mean,
That's not talking.
it.
Well, V heard you telling her that she has to be the one to apologize and be the first. So she's like all reheated again.
emotions are not rational, Gain.
She's just
Apparently not.
and she said she'll be first watch, so she'll come back around at her own time. But after she like meditates for a little bit, she would like to find the horses, make sure they're taken care of.
Oh yeah, who did we say was doing watch?
I said I would do first.
Okay, who's doing second? You know what?
Oh.
Screw it. I'll do second. Because Kina kind of wants to talk to V too.
Severe humbly requests
Good luck.
that he takes last, since he wakes up early anyway, and he'll take half of Sorsha's so that she can sleep after emotional ordeal. If somebody will split the other half of that watch with me.
I'll do it.
I'll do that.
I already called it.
Fine by me.
Wait, doesn't Kina have a point of exhaustion? So shouldn't she go to bed though?
Wait, do I?
Because you didn't rest last time.
Yeah, and I have a point of exhaustion too. So that's
Right.
why I'm taking first watch, so I can go to bed then.
Well, I'm taking second watch and then I'm going to bed.
So you
Do
ain't
you
going to
also
bed.
trance?
Yeah, I'm a half elf.
Okay. Okay. All right. So with that, all of you find your beds. You lay your heads down, getting a little bit of respite from this long day. Thoughts running through your head. V sits by the fire, looking nothing but nothing close to relaxed, but she's there. Walk me through, what does that look like? What does it look like as
Sophie's kind of like, sitting outwards, but has the fire like in front of her, and she like randomly will like kick a stick in just to kind of keep it going, but low.
okay?
And she's just kind of humming and singing a little bit of a lullaby she remembers faintly from when she grew up, and she'll sharpen her daggers a little bit, and then she's kind of talking to herself a little bit too in between the humming and singing. She's just kind of like, she's just trying to make sure she just wants to be okay again. She doesn't like that her world is tilted, and everybody wants to talk to her. Everybody thinks she's well, at least in her head, she just doesn't want all this attention right now.
Okay.
So she's just trying to find her center again to get back.
Okay, let's go this way with it. Make a wisdom save for me.
Well, that's not too bad. But now I gotta find my modifier. You said wisdom save?
Yeah.
Oh shit! First page. So dirty 20, please.
Okay, so with a dirty 20, to act as the inner monologue in your head, as you're conscious of sorts, while you are sitting there very mad at the fact that Draz definitely told you need to be the one to apologize. That is absolutely how you took it. There is that other part, that more logical part, that is like, maybe he is telling you like when you're ready to talk, and that he doesn't want to force you. And you sit there kind of wrestling with this kind of like that logical part, and like, because I know exactly where you are, because when that logical part comes up and you're like, shut the fuck up. No.
Right?
No, I don't want to be logical right now.
I read between those lines. I know exactly what he said.
But you at least have those thoughts of like, but does he have a point? Like, should you talk to him? Should you talk to anybody? Like, to just put your feelings out there. And as you're sitting there just thinking about putting your feelings out there and being emotionally vulnerable, how does that make V feel?
She doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to seem vulnerable in any way. Like, she's had friends in the past, but having friends also means getting in trouble, because it's somebody that you have to trust, and that they won't go and say something to somebody else, or I don't know. She wants to, but then she's also like, no, these people don't really care about her. Like, if she were to die, that, like, in battle, would anybody cry in this group? Like, who would care?
Okay. A valid thought, if ever there was one.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'm trying to figure out, like, how long has she known Kina? Like, it's only been technically a handful of days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you are getting in your thoughts about this and keeping yourself from getting too emotional about it with that wisdom save, but before you really start paying attention, as your training kicks in, and you know you should, but you kind of get lost in the fire for a second, as we all know you do around campfires, just kind of watching the embers burn. And you get these memories of what it felt like to be alone, to be abandoned when your mom was out, scoring whatever she was looking for, when your family was left in that more destitute spot, and just that kind of isolated feeling. And how does V deal with kind of that feeling, that familiar feeling of feeling alone, and that kind of conflict of knowing it and knowing how to deal with it, but also not wanting to feel that, because you kind of feel the familiar tug towards Draz and this person that has had you for a while.
Yeah.
Why do I see a black square on my screen?
That I don't know where you see the black square, because I don't.
I did share my screen if you want to put it up into the center.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm playing around with sizing on something.
Got it. So
I
sorry.
haven't had the chance to say that I did this before going to bed. I didn't want to jump in.
Okay. So back to V and having that feeling. What are you gonna do with that feeling? How is V responding to that?
That's kind of why she was drawn to that, like at least humming a part of the lullaby she remembers that her mom used to do, and like brushing her hair, taking care of her younger siblings. So kind of, she's been here before.
Okay.
She'll survive, but she just needs to get out of the dark place for a moment.
Okay. And with that, I would like you to roll a perception check as you do actually look around for any threats looming in the distance.
Hell yeah. Okay. Perception. Oh, hell yeah. We're good. 17 plus 5.
All right. So as you're looking around, it seems pretty quiet. But then all of a sudden you do notice that something is getting brighter behind you. And your shadow is growing a little bit bigger. And as you turn around, trained, ready to go, your fingers itching at the handles of your dagger, you do see Multi just kind of walking out of the tent, stretching like a cat does. Just kind of, stretching the front paws way out front. And then by the time you turn to look, you definitely, because all cats do this, I know this for a fact, you definitely turn around for him to just kick his ass up in the air and definitely show you the butthole on his way back into the tent. Ooh, look at that fancy butthole. That's why I don't like cats. Like, why are they always doing that? It's weird.
It's fine. Don't look at it.
It's hard not.
Okay,
I'm not going to
coming from the man who has a dwarven man thong for one of his characters.
And
just
he
saying.
will be saying, "Look at my fancy butthole." But that's not tonight.
Oh Lord.
Thank God.
Yeah.
But anyway, that is as much as you see that evening, is just the fancy Tressum butthole kind of out doing his thing as he trots back into the tent. And the rest of your watch goes pretty uneventfully. So, towards the end of your watch, after the Tressum goes trotting back into the tent singeing just a little bit, but doesn't start on fire. You do see that Keynote walks out looking a little fresher, a little more composed. You can tell that she doesn't have the heavy bags under her eyes that she had before, as she forewent sleep for murder boarding. So with Kina walking up to the fire.
So has it officially been like 4 hours that I was trancing at this point? Like I have my long rest now?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So honestly what you'd notice at first is whatchamacallit. She kind of looks a little nervous as she walks up. She's trying to hide it. Like for a moment, her hands start to kind of rain at the hem of her shirt, and then she puts them down and she stands like very prim and proper and like clasps her hands in front of her. Just like this very, you get the feeling it's a very practiced pose to hide nerves. And she's gonna kind of look at me like, can we talk?
I guess.
Thank you. And she's gonna sit down, like kind of across the fire, so she's not in your space. And she's gonna go, I wanted to apologize. I was upset, and I still think there would have been a chance that we saved Cal if we'd all been there, but I don't know where you were. You had gotten beat up pretty bad by that vampire. And I was angry, and I was scared, and I was reliving something, and I took that out on you, and I'm sorry.
All right. We're good. And she gets up and says, all your watch.
Really?
What?
Can I make an insight check on if she's lying or like, are we actually good?
Go for it.
Because I'm not sure. Kina sure as hell isn't. Insight. I've got good insight. Okay.
And
15?
V, you can go against this roll with deception or persuasion,
Oh, okay.
or you can just straight up be honest
Does
with
she
her
have
if
to
you
tell
want.
us which one
Totally
she's
up to you.
using?
Right? Do I
What?
have to tell you which one?
No.
I'm going to do persuasion.
All right. So Kina, what is the insight roll?
15.
15. V?
Persuasion at 17.
17. So Kina is convinced that V is being legit.
You'll see her get like this relieved smile, and she'll just kind of fish out of her bag. Want some honey roasted nuts?
She just holds her hand out.
You just get like very awkward. Like you get this. She is not good at this friendship thing. She is very socially awkward. She does not know how to people in like an actual friendly way. Like Girlie's trying her best, but she does not know how to do this. And then like afterwards, she's just gonna go get some sleep. I've got watch from here. Good night.
Thanks for the nuts. And she like walks off, and like under V's breath, she's just gonna be like, idiot.
Fucking idiot.
And then she gets like as soon as she knows she's out of reach, she's gonna like dump the honey nuts because they're all sticky in her hand, and V's not really gonna like that, so she's gonna have to wash her
You're
hand.
not gonna eat them?
No.
Okay.
Why do they give special properties? Am I about to get high as fuck?
I mean, I
You
wouldn't.
just tell
I
me
would have
if you
given
eat 'em
her
or
like
not.
half of them because I wanted some for myself. Like it was like a share. Like I will share my snack with you. Sharing is caring.
No, fuck. I feel like an asshole.
Kina
but that's
is gonna
something.
munch on these as she sits, and then she's gonna take out her knitting because she was in the process of making a scarf for Bandry, and then she also has like basically Jazz probably would have seen this because he was probably the one like doing the most to help her pack that morning, but like he would have seen her stuff like a bunch of linen into her bag, like, and she's gonna kind of, since now she knows they're not really headed somewhere cold, they're headed somewhere warm. She's gonna kind of set the scarf aside for now and just start working on this other project.
Okay. So you are now on watch. Give me a perception check.
Nat 20 or 28.
Okay. So
Get it,
as
girl.
did V go into the tent, or did she walk off into the woods again?
Well, I don't know where the tent was, but she probably went to go see the horses because she probably would have gave the horses the peanuts, probably, if that's the direction she went. And then
Okay.
The horses got
then
the nut.
then she would have gone to the tent.
So what
She wouldn't have been quiet.
So what happens when the horses and I eat these nuts?
I don't think anything happens. Why would they?
I don't trust him.
What fucking nuts did you try to give me? Are you trying to roofie me?
I know, but I don't trust him.
Whoa,
I mean,
whoa.
yeah,
Yeah,
So-
I'm really happy I'm giving these nuts to the horse. I hope it's your horse.
So
Okay, so-
you give the nuts to one of the horses.
yeah, I don't
that
know
is
which
currently
horse.
just standing there, and you see the horse eat it, and then V goes into the tent, goes to bed, blah blah blah. As you're watching this horse, you see the horse go from large to huge, and it is now just sitting there.
Did I see her give the nuts to the horse?
Was V being sneaky about it?
She wanted it to be out of her eye range. Like, you
Then
know, she
roll a
wasn't-
sleight of hand check.
18 plus 7, so 25.
No, you did not. You just saw her go by the horses. You saw her kind of pat the horse, and now you see you have a 20-foot tall horse.
Was a nat 20 for a 28.
Oh, shit.
Whoops.
Then yeah, you actually would have.
She's just like a little like, oh. But then like she's like reaching into the bag and like right about to pop one of the nuts into her mouth when the horse just like balloons out. She's just like puts it back in the bag. V.
And the horse stays like this for approximately 10 minutes, and then you see it just kind of
Yeah,
go
as soon
right
as
back down to normal.
Gee, where'd you
soon
get
as she
these
said-
nuts?
V.
Lord. V screams back, good night. Just
V, you ballooned the horse.
yeah, the horse is nice. Thank you. Good night.
No, you. V, you need to see this.
People are trying to sleep, Kenya. Go to sleep. I mean, keep watch. Shut up.
So I gotta sleep over. I'm like that one person. She thinks I'm like that one person who's just like, hey guys, are you awake?
Just your imagination. Go back to sleep.
It's 2 a.m. Let's ponder the secrets of the universe.
Oh, Lord.
So then the horse just kind of wanders off with the rest of the horses and just is doing its thing. But besides that, your watch goes completely uneventfully.
How many of these nuts do I have left?
5.
5? Okay.
And just because it will be funny if Taylor does come back and Selkie gets it, you can just put in your inventory. I haven't made them an official item, but you have 5 of Vico's nuts.
Biko?
Yep. Viko.
B-I-K. Okay. I will edit my inventory to put them as that. Because I just put them in my inventory as like honey roasted nuts.
I'll make it. I'll get on making an actual item out of them.
Thank you. So yeah, like when Xavier wakes up, because you're doing next watch, or who's next? Xavier or Xavier? Xavier? How do I say your name?
Draz is next. Thavir is last.
Okay. So like Jazz, as you wake up, you see Kina's just like, she's looking up occasionally, keeping watch, but she's also just very carefully starting this weaving project. And it's not chunky like this. This is my little sister's graduation present. This is like very small stitching, very, very fine. It's only just starting.
What you doing there?
Weaving.
Weaving, huh?
I will say, before Draz comes out for his watch, he does notice that in the tent next to him, V is laying there. Cold shouldered away from him, but she's there.
Oh, he saw. He just figured that she's not ready to talk yet. All right.
If he wakes her up, he's going to get stabbed.
Exactly. I ain't dealing with that.
I can only be stabbed so many times.
She trips him as he leaves the tent.
Make a dex save.
No, I was joking. And she pretends to
Too late,
sleep.
I already
like,
said it.
you
Make a dex
said
save.
it.
Damn it.
8? All right. So, Kina, you see Draz like standing up to his full height, and then all of a sudden just ass over tea kettle. Boom. He does like a full somersault and comes like back to his feet, and he just kind of. So what you doing there? Plays it off like he wasn't even. Nothing even happened.
And she just kind of raises an eyebrow, like, "You okay?"
Please. Takes more than that to take me down.
That took you down pretty well.
But I'm getting back up. You can't keep
Fair
me
enough.
down.
You have mud in your hair. And then she's just gonna like take her weaving and go to her tent and just keep working on it.
Good night.
Good night. Oh, by the way, remember the magic or the honey roasted nuts that shopkeep gave to me?
Yeah. I'm aware of them.
They made the horse big.
So I look at the horse and realize it's not big and looks fine to me.
But it didn't last. But
Oh.
There's no context of what part got big. You just said it.
No.
I was gonna say,
no, there's not.
And I do
There is
want to remind
absolutely
you.
not.
horses.
Tina is not elaborating. She's just gonna go into her tent and close the flap.
We can have Thevir look at them tomorrow. He seems to have some talent in that area.
Talon's face right there was so perfect. I'm gonna look at what?
Gonna look at my magic nuts.
Favors
Did say
frozen
earlier
like
he was
other
very
areas
skilled
while
with
he's
swordplay.
Maybe you should see a doctor. For that.
I'm just sorry.
No, we have hinges.
The second I heard they were Vico's nuts, I was very worried about the extraction process, and that sounded painful.
So, for reference, if you go back and you watch our first campaign, New Beginnings, which I fully embrace y'all to do, that was our first live streaming campaign that kind of fizzled out, as a lot of them do.
C'est la vie.
It was all Justin's fault, by the way. All Justin's fault. If he never would have left, that campaign could still be going. I don't know. But anyway, point is, Vico's nuts will make much more sense if you go back and you do watch some of those. Anyway, off the subject of nuts. Kina, you go back in your tent, weaving a little bit, trancing a little bit more. Just kind of doing your thing, because you are still pretty tired, you know, that
Yeah, she'll weave.
murder boarding takes a lot out of people. But
Wait, what takes a...
murder boarding,
It does.
not
It really
waterboarding.
does.
Waterboarding also takes a lot out of people. But
She has the shape water cantrip. If she wasn't so nice, she could.
It's harder to do by yourself, though.
We got to take the Canadian tack on it. It's not a war crime the first time you do it.
Correct.
Anyway. So now Draz is left alone with the fire.
Oh, is everything okay?
Talk me through what's going through Draz's mind as he's sitting there watching the fire and kind of looking out and keeping watch. And
he's kind of running through like what they're gonna do when they get to their destination, the things that have to happen for it to be successful. He's a little nervous about the makeup of the party because he doesn't really know Sorsha and Thevir that well. He's heard of them, but he's never worked with them. He knows V very well, and he knows that she'll get past this, so he's not super worried. He's just kind of more done with it at this point because she's being more stubborn than usual. And he's relatively confident that Kina can handle herself, but he's also a little bit worried. And because it's always kind of fallen on him to be the backbone and be the sturdy one.
okay. As your mind drifts to V, how she usually does pull out of this stuff and how she's being a little more stubborn, I want you to make an insight check with advantage because, friendship ring.
Ugh. A 16.
16. So as you do think about that a little bit, and you think just about the face that she's had, that she's been putting on, familiar with the fact that she does mask to cover her emotions a lot of the time when she gets pretty deep in them. There's a part of you kind of playing that inner monologue, that logical part that says she's dealing with some shit. And maybe she's struggling with it a little bit more than normal. What does Draz have as that kind of thought kind of creeps into his head?
He is going to try to be a little, and this goes very much against what he is. He's going to try and be a little bit more sensitive to it and not treat her like she is an unruly soldier in his unit, but like she is the true friend that she is. And that he needs to make her see that he's not trying to lord over her, that he's genuinely concerned.
Okay. Okay. And with that, why don't you go ahead and give me a perception check?
17.
17. Yeah, the rest of the night kind of goes pretty uneventfully since especially since Tavir didn't manage to cast Alarm, which is cool. So yeah, you realize that nothing is really moving around, and you just kind of get lost in those thoughts, and before you know it, it is time for Tavir to be waking up. But you said that you were going to take a little bit of extra time, which you do. Taking kind of half a Sorsha's watch too, so kind of giving that extra time a little bit, and yeah, just before I would say that just before the sky starts lightening up a little bit. So not before sunrise, but before that kind of that pre-sunrise time, you just see the sky go from that kind of just pitch black to kind of more of that darker blue, and then Thavir just kind of wakes up, and you see the area around the fireplace, the fire and everything light up a little bit more as you do see the Tressum walk back out and just is kind of prancing around as cats do. And you see Thavir come out. Do you have any words of conversation to share with him before he takes his watch, or do you just kind of...
I'm going to let him know everything's clear. I didn't see anything funky, and I'm going to ask him how Sorsha's doing.
So obviously Thavier would have checked on Sorsha before coming out of the tent. He would simply just state, she seems to just be...
I sent you an update.
Whatever the... Oh, wait. Never mind. I take it back. I take it back.
While he's reading that, police are about to engage in like the worst, most unhinged game of telephone in terms of relaying the stuff with the horses.
Oh, I mean, exactly what I was going to say still stands. She is just taking her rest, as apparently the sounds of chainsaw-like snoring rattle from the tent behind me.
I was going to say, like, the perfect time. Like, she is taking her rest.
Well, that's good, since she's in charge. Now that I'm remembering, Keena's got some nuts that she's going to want you to look at. Apparently, they made the horse big. I don't know what that means. She was not specific.
That is a very odd request. Typically, my rule is that I don't look at strange nuts.
He is a married man after all.
Whatever the party needs at this point.
No, that one was perfect.
He just wakes Sorsha in the morning. The horses have big nuts that they need looking at.
I'm going to roll insight to see if Draz understands what he just implied. I got a 12.
Well, I would say with a 12, no, you made a plain statement of fact.
All right. Good night. Let me know if anything needs any hacking. I'm going to go get a few more winks. And I'm going to go into the tent. I am going to make sure that V is covered in her blanket. And then I'm going to lay down.
All right, so Thavier, I'm going to have you make a wisdom save here. As you were told of some nuts that you needed to check out. And we know that intelligence it's one thing, but the wisdom of knowing what's what is where this wisdom save is coming up.
I mean, wisdom saves I am proficient in. So with my natural 20 for a 26, I'm hoping I do fairly well. I did get a full night's sleep.
With a 26, you do start walking towards the horse like, I can't believe I'm going to look at a horse's nuts. Like, this is really weird. And then you see...
They said that there were nuts that I needed to look at that made the horse big. Nowhere in that sentence was that I need to look at big horses' nuts.
I was going to say, I said that Keena's got some nuts that made the horse big.
But you do find some honey roasted nuts that have been obviously discarded.
All right.
They're just kind of laying there on the ground.
I will make an Arcana check.
Okay.
First and foremost.
Eat one.
24.
With a 24, you absolutely pick up on druidic magic. Like, it is strong in this one.
Ooh.
Not it.
This is... I'm about to cross the streams, guys. I want to take one of the honey roasted nuts that I know has druidic magic, and I want to pop it into my propagation bottle next to my lunar rose as an experiment.
Okay.
And I'm just going to let that sit.
Can you like pick up the rest of the nuts and put them in a bag so that we don't lose them?
I was going to say, what are the odds that the cat-like creature eats one?
Giant flaming tresses.
As he is sitting there pondering. But as you turn around and Multi is now about 10 feet tall.
I mean, honestly, for
The
Multi,
trees.
that's probably not that unusual. He's a big cat with a fabulous butthole. Let's be honest.
V can attest to that. She did have to stare at it.
Look at my fancy butthole.
It was quite fancy. It was even bejeweled. Have you
That's
seen
Hear that,
the little-
Selkie? It is now canon that you're Tressum, apparently.
Has
Well,
a
they
dual
do
butthole.
have- I'm not lying. There is cat butt covers. You literally, it goes on their tail and it covers their butt, and they're like
Yep.
little.
Yeah.
little-
What the
And with Vivir's
Because people have problems staring
need
at
for
the
appearance.
butt like you do.
Yeah.
Your cat PJs. Well, I
Not
guess that
PJs.
works.
I figure cat's
mean-
butthole is just part of the package. I mean, you kind of got to accept it.
Okay, we're gonna move on from bejeweled buttholes.
This is why dogs are better.
I mean, I agree with that.
I
There
did
are
want to
dogs
ask.
I've seen buttholes of too, but let's anyway.
You made it sound like my alarm spell is not functioning.
Why?
I was confused.
No, it's functioning.
Okay. Since
The
I
horse
do
was in your alarm area when you set it off, so that's why it's just.
No,
if he
everything's
walks
there.
back in, would it go off?
No, I've keyed it so that the party members and random insects will not trip the alarm.
Okay.
I can move up to a mile away, so I do want to check the snares that I laid last night, see if I've got any luck with breakfast.
Okay. I will say, how many snares did you set?
If I remember correctly, my snare roll was an 18. So how many snares could I have possibly set with a 18 survival?
I will say 6 of them.
Okay.
So give me 3. We'll call it survival rolls to find your success on your snares.
Ooh, my dice like me tonight. That is a natural 20 for a 22. That is a 18 for a dirty 20, and then a 4.
All right. So with the first 2 traps, you absolutely snared some rabbits, which is nice. Good eating. With the last one, you kind of caught a diseased possum.
Could still be good eating. You don't know.
I'm obviously going to bring all of them back. The diseased possum, is he still alive? Did I set a living trap, or is he dead?
The dice say he is still alive.
All right. I want to bring the diseased possum to camp, but I want to set him just outside of the alarm and tie him to a tree,
Okay.
because there should be enough people in this party to cast Cure Disease, or Lesser Restoration, or Greater Restoration, something along those lines. So we're going to cure the possum, 1. Then he'll be good eating. 2.
Or you just gave somebody a new pet.
Or I just
Yeah,
gave
that's
somebody a
the-
new pet. We're going to dress the rabbits, set them low away from the fire so that they're cooking slowly on the rest of my watch. Afterwards, I'm going to go into practicing with my sword for a couple of hours. And then for the last hour, I'm going to find the straightest piece of hardwood that I can find in that massive pile of wood that I brought back.
Yep.
And I want to start whittling. I have a penknife and I have a dagger.
Okay. Roll a dex save for me real quick.
Sure. That one's not so good. 15.
15. All right, so you start whittling, and you start going a little fast. You kind of like lose your focus a little bit. And you slice something, but luckily, you just cleanly cut off that hangnail that was bothering you last night. So a narrow escape.
Nice.
But you start whittling without any problem. And you're free of a hangnail.
15 minutes before I'm going to wake up the rest of the party, I set the percolator to percolating so that there's fresh coffee.
Beautiful.
My man.
This is why I get last watch. Breakfast, coffee, and a diseased pet.
Does it have the Robbies?
I hope not.
You guys can check it out once you wake up. All right.
That is
so
not my
now
name.
what we are going to do is we are going to cut to Sorsha.
Hello.
So, Sorsha, as you wake up from the deepest sleep you have had in an age, you still feel incredibly tired, which is not like Sorsha at all. The ball of energy she usually is. And as you kind of like start waking up, you are getting a lot of flashes from your day yesterday with standing in front of the Platinum Dragon himself, talking with him, having a conversation, having him gift you and bless you with his mark, remembering the words of encouragement that he gave you, the revelation that you have a sister who is somewhere. As you're kind of having all those thoughts before your head even leaves your pillow, what is going through Sorsha's head as these thoughts are just rapid firing one after another, just bam, 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 going through your head over and over again? Wow, how's Sorsha dealing with that?
She isn't dealing with it currently.
Okay.
She's just gonna kind of close her eyes, rub her temples, and then she's going to sort of peek out of her tent, and she's just going to sort of give Thavir a very odd wave, sort of beckoning him to come into the tent really quick.
What is your passive perception?
17.
17. All right, so kind of like as you rub your temples, like just under the hairline, you swear that the skin, like just like I said, just behind the hairline, almost feels harder, like scales for a second. You have muted.
Interesting.
But it's one of those things, like when you go back to check, like, you know, like then it's just right back to normal.
Well, she's just going to chalk that up to a fever dream.
Okay. I do believe Thavir has been summoned unto the tent.
Sorry, I missed that. Can I get a short recap?
You got waved over to the tent after your newlywed wife has waved you over.
Ooh.
Still looking groggy as crap, unlike normal where she has her hair kind of composed. It is just like it looks like the 1980s in there. It is just
Then I'm going to acknowledge her wave, pour her a cup of coffee, slice her off some portions of rabbit bacon, and bring that along with Vico's nuts and with the lunar rose, all set onto a very immaculately balanced tray.
Okay.
And I'm going to walk it in. Can I roll a performance check to saunter?
Absolutely.
That would be a dirty 20. My performance is spectacular, by the way. Dirty 20 to saunter.
There you go. Are you sauntering like elegantly or like seductively? Like, what is the purpose of your saunter?
Oh no, this saunter is like that look of a professional butler who can balance like 3 trays at the same time, never miss a step, almost makes it look like he is dancing along to the music playing at the party while he brings over the next tray of food. That is the saunter.
There
I
you
think
go.
she was hoping for a different kind.
We're serving breakfast now. Dessert comes later.
I mean, no one else is up, so I mean,
Hey, yo.
just saying.
They should get advantage on that sort of stuff, though, just because they are actually married.
My goodness.
Are you rolling a performance check or a stealth check here?
Well, if the rest of the party has noise, they can spread out their tents. It's fine.
All right, so you are in the tent doing totally wholesome and not at all fade to black activities.
No, that's not why she called him in there. As great as that performance check was, Sorcia's not really paying attention. She's sort of muttering under her breath. Choosing compassion and cruelty would be simpler. How gross and humiliating. And like she's muttering all of the things that this dragon had said to her. This mark's not a curse. Maybe growing the vein. I'm not a vain person. And then she'll just sort of look at Thevir. Oh, okay, you made it. I need to ask your advice because one, I am very tired and a lot of this does not make any sense. And I need to know how you were taught to lead. I wasn't made for this.
At this, Thevir would set down the tray, make sure that the lily is centermost, that Sorcia has her coffee and her rabbit's bacon, and he would just sit down across from her, take a deep breath. Are you requesting an instructional primer in the different forms of leadership? Because depending on the manual in which you read, there are potentially 13 different styles of leadership, each one with their own pros and cons that can affect the group in which you find yourself in charge of. Or are you requesting information on how my family specifically taught me to lead? Because if you have noticed, my family may not be the best example, except potentially an example on things not to do correctly. There were assassins sent after me, after all.
She would smirk at the mention of assassins. I'm being serious. This is me. I'm asking for your help because I don't know if I should hide what happened last night. If I should just be honest with them. I feel like a good leader would be honest and expect them to appreciate and maybe trust me for telling them the truth. But I guess at the end of the day, I'm still confused about what that truth is. It might beg questions, and she just starts pacing in her tent again.
So it is not an instructional primer that you require. It is simply my thoughts, if I am understanding you correctly. I will boil this down to 3 simple statements. A leader's job is simply to provide purpose, motivation, and direction, and to ensure that the people that they are in charge of follow that purpose, motivation, and direction to the accomplishment of some pre-established goal. Now, how you provide that purpose, motivation, and direction is going to be unique to yourself. As I said, there are multiple primers on leadership that talk about 13 different styles of leadership, one of which is fear-based, which I love you, dear, but I don't think that's going to be your leadership style. There is also the political aspect, as each and every leader is inherently a politician. You cannot garner trust without playing some form of the politics. And the thing that you should be aware of is while our companions were locked behind a barrier and were unable to come to our assistance, that barrier was not opaque. As far as I understand, they were very able to see through it, and they were very much able to see that giant-ass dragon in which you were conversing with. So whatever information in which you impart, I believe that it needs to be, at a minimum, enough of the truth to garner trust with the rest of the group. And there needs to be enough information provided to provide the purpose, motivation, and direction to accomplish the mission upon which we set out. How you endeavor to give that to our companions must be unique to you, because if at any point in time you are found acting, trust can be broken much more easily than it can be gained.
She's going to give him a very serious look as she sort of like puts her hand at a weird angle on her ribs. But it's personal. It's not necessarily anything they need to know, but maybe it would help get them to take me seriously or trust me or something.
So eschew the personal and give enough of an explanation that they feel comfortable with what happened last night. I don't know about you, but I can't imagine a 200-foot tall dragon that is platinum in nature is a common occurrence for anyone. So there are bound to be some questions, and they may touch on the personal, and it is okay, even as a leader, to draw personal boundaries as long as they believe that honestly what you are imparting is personal in nature.
But I fear it's too personal. It seems, and obviously Feve would know that Sorsha was, left at the temple as a baby, but he knew things about my mother. Apparently I wasn't brought into the world alone, which means there's potentially a sibling out there looking for me. It is nothing but a distraction from what we are meant to do.
Then you must decide how much of it you feel comfortable sharing. You can simply state that the dragon was there to impart knowledge upon your family, a family that you grew up not knowing, and that there are questions that you now seek to have answered, and you hope that those answers are upon the next steps of our journey. And if that is all that you wish to impart, I will support you.
She will just nod, eat some bacon, and then go sit outside by the fire if it's still going.
So how does
It is still going. There is, correct me if I'm wrong, there is at least 4 days of firewood there. Freaking wood slivers.
how is Sorsha reacting to the lunar rose that is there?
Honestly, unless he purposely pointed it out, her mind is so hyper focused on what happened, and she's so anxious that
Okay.
unless it has some magical pull that you want me to make a check for, I will. But otherwise, I'd say she's too distracted trying to focus on what to tell everybody else.
Okay.
That
So you
sounds sus, but okay.
So you go out to eat breakfast with everybody else, and as you're sitting there thinking of what to tell everybody else, in the back of your mind, just going through everything that happened the day before, going through how you got here, remembering when you got given this mission and how scared you were, how nervous you were, and remembering the only man that you've ever looked at in anywhere close to a fatherly type role. And just remembering any words of wisdom he had in the moment, anything that he said to you. There's a couple things that stand out in your mind. And you remember one of the pieces of advice that he gave you before sending you out on this mission is he said, say less than you're thinking, because it lets other people fill in the rest. And then the other line that kind of is standing out to you, that is seeming kind of relevant in this moment is this time that you were sitting there with him and he was just imparting the wisdom on you, and he just said, a good leader doesn't always have all the answers. They just have the nerve to choose a direction. And those two things are just kind of swirling around, mixed with the great advice that Davier gave you, and everything just kind of percolating. On top of actual percolating coffee, apparently. But you're probably used to that. So at this point, the rest of the party is up and out and kind of coming around the fire, and you guys are all greeted to this very posh meal that you guys are absolutely not used to. You guys are seeing Sorsha kind of sitting there wrapped in thought at the fire. And to give you guys a chance to think about what happens next, we're going to go ahead and take our bio break now. So if y'all give us just 5 minutes, once I find it, there we go. Give us just 5 minutes, and we will be right back as we top off drinks and handle some business and all that. We will be right back to finish up tonight's session. So give us 5 minutes. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to tonight's session of Uncharted, the Northern Cross. What we have accomplished so far today is camping. And that's it. But a lot of conversations. And before we went to break, Sorsha was kind of sipping on her coffee, looking into the fire, kind of trying to contemplate how to talk about things and how to handle the questions that she is so sure are coming. Sorry about that. A little bit of a sneeze there. Okay, I'm good. Keep going. But that's where we are going to pick up. So I will hand the ball back to you guys, assuming that Danielle, there she is.
Sorry.
It's all good. So where we are going to pick up is that all of you guys are coming out of your tent. Draz and V out of your tent up there. Kina waking up, stretching, and coming out of your tent. And
Can
then
I look in the bag of napping and check on Bandry quick? Like, is she just curled up in there with like half-burnt leaves of dragon grass? Snoring like a chainsaw.
Sure.
Kina's mildly
I'll
frustrated.
know more by next week.
Huh?
Then you look in there and you see something. She is there in some capacity. I will know more by next week.
Okay.
Or the week, or by our next session. I'll say it that way.
Kina kind of just like sighs and closes the bag. She's like, she can't smoke forever. She's gotta. Kina's getting a little bit like, come on, Bandry. And like, you would almost see her starting to wonder, like, should I have taken Ube instead? But that's like, she's not going to dwell on that. She's just going to go about her day. She walks out and she sees the diseased opossum. What is this?
So Thevir was actually going to use the diseased possum to give Sorsha some more time to eat her food and drink her coffee. So he's going to untie the diseased possum and make a change to the alarm spell that is almost expired in its time frame, and bring it over to Kenya. I found this Kina. I found this in a trap. It does not look healthy. Can you do something with it?
Oh dear.
I could put it out of its misery.
Don't you dare! She's gonna kind of like curl around the opossum.
I was just offering.
She's shooting daggers with her eyes right now.
So she's just
Kind of
gonna
like,
her head. How would you feel if you were amongst a bigger race of people and they decided to squish you because you were diseased?
if I was suffering and there was no out, I'd probably be grateful.
Well, we don't know
Well-
that there's no out, and she's going to use
Oh, sorry.
a spell slot to. Well, actually, can I do a medicine check first to see if I know what's wrong with him?
Guidance.
Sure.
Thank you. Fuck.
I mean,
Okay.
there's no malice here. I
Guidance
don't like
is-
seeing any creature suffer, unless it's the Druid Klana, but I digress.
That's a 9.
A
With
9.
guidance?
Yeah. She's not a
Oh,
doctor,
yeah.
okay?
I forgot. We let the druid that's not proficient with nature check him.
Well, we
Yeah,
did
that
a
was a
medicine check.
check. Yeah, but all right. So you look at it, it's got kind of crusty eyes, it's got kind of a runny nose, it has a very sad look on its face, where it's just kind of like not even struggling. It's just kind of like sitting there as you're holding it like under the front arms. It's just kind of like, and you see it just kind of do this big like just like.
Guys, I think he's depressed.
It's okay. He just has seasonal affective disorder. He is just sad.
Sorsha is going to look at Kina and just say, huh. Okay, well, it seems you still have a lot to learn, and I would like to make a medicine check just in case.
Go for it.
She's just studying what you do, trying to learn how to druid.
Yes.
Severe being used to Sorsha's antics with animals. Can I give that help function?
Sure. You give her the help action by using your very effective double timbered voice. I'm playing on the echo that it comes when you guys unmute each other.
21.
For the 21, yeah, this thing absolutely has a respiratory infection. It does have a really nasty cold, and it does in fact have seasonal affective disorder.
Poor baby.
I mean, I can.
Yeah, I was partially right.
Would lay on of hands do anything?
Does that cure diseases?
No, that's why I'm asking.
You could try.
Is there a version of lay on hands that cures diseases?
Wait,
Because you should
Hey,
have
are you
lesser,
gonna use a
greater,
spell
and then
slot?
What?
are you going to use a spell slot for your possum?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have a pool of hit points that I can dole out to people. I have, like,
It's a
given you-
respiratory infection. The thing will be fine.
Hey, I'm trying to get back in.
My
Keith's
rabbit
graces
died from a
because-
respiratory infection. Thank you.
Yeah, but this is a possum,
That's
not a
true
rabbit.
story.
Well,
Rabbits
Kina
are rather
thinks I'm
bad.
set to murder this thing, so I'm trying to get back in her good graces.
Fair.
Can't have everybody
Kiss ass.
already pissed at me.
He needs
Like
one
her.
woman
Oh,
in
my
the party
kiss
like
ass.
him.
Yeah.
Ah, that's what I thought. So for 5 points of lay on hands, you can cure one disease or issue affecting an entity, and you can cure multiple diseases just at 5 points per disease.
I am going to use 5 points and cure its respiratory infection and see what we can get from there.
I would also like to speak with animals just to ask him why he's so sad.
Okay.
Can I do
So-
the same thing in the synod?
Are you ritually casting Speak with Animals?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Wait,
So
we're
you
having
take-
a therapy session for
take-
the possum?
Yes.
We have 2 druids in the party. What do you think?
Sorsha takes this as like a happy distraction from all of the questions that are about to be asked. So she's just like, oh, hey, this will give me a minute.
So as you take your 10 minutes to cast it, just kind of holding them, and then you finally realize that the spell has taken effect and that you can indeed understand animals, what would you like to say to him?
I just want to know why he's so sad. And I want to see if he feels better and he's not scared because of what Draz just did. Like, big hulking dude just like tried to cure him. I want to make sure he actually feels better and he's not scared.
So as you talk to him, he's sitting there like, I just feel fine. My nose is kind of stuffed up. I can't really, but you know, I can breathe kind of like normal now, so that's kind of cool. You're a nice lady. Why are you being so nice to me? People aren't usually this nice to me. Everybody just kind of like walks away and they doesn't want to talk to me. Nobody really wants to be my friend. I don't know why. The other day, I was chilling with Paul, and he was just like, dude, you talk too much. And he just got up and walked away, and I didn't really understand why. And then, like, I went back to my nest, and, like, my mate was just like, no, I don't want to talk to you no more, because you're, like, you know, you're just, like, not, like, cool. Like, you're not as big as the other possums. You're kind of a loser. And I was all like, oh, that's not very nice. And, like, he just keeps on going on for, like, 10 solid minutes of just
Are we sure this possum
nonstop.
isn't my brother?
Huh?
We sure this possum isn't my brother?
And then at the end, he's just like, hi. And then, like, you can tell he's really tired, but he tries to smile at you, like, and it just looks as disconcerting as a possum smile does.
Sorsha is gonna look at Kina and just sort of like nod, like, go ahead, take it from there.
We would love to listen to what you have to say. What is your name?
My name Jeff. See, my name is Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Hi.
Good to meet you, Jeffrey.
Somebody write that down so he can't change his name later.
I'm not good with names on the spot.
Now, in the wiki.
In the Nexus wiki, we have Jeffrey the Possum.
Yo, we should actually make a wiki.
Suggested.
I'll leave that to my PR team.
Bill, that one's on you. I'm doing
God,
the shorts. You get the wiki.
Dude, you think I remember half this shit? This is all like right off the top of my head.
That's why I'm putting Bill in charge of it.
But anyway. Oh, you put Bill in charge of it. Well done. All right, so you find out his name is Jeffrey, and he's just kind of looking back between you and Sorsha and just like clearly cannot breathe through his nose.
I am going to cast Goodberry and offer it to him, and just, I don't know if it'll help, but it might, and it's food.
Is this berry gluten-free?
Yeah.
Can only eat gluten-free fruits and vegetables,
No
according
gluten,
to the
I
other druid.
I
Okay,
promise there's
and
no
he
gluten.
like just mows down, and he's just like, "Oh, this tastes great." Yeah, I can't eat too many though. You know, they say, second on the lips, lifetime on the hips. And you know, I kind of he like wiggles his little possum butt.
I love him. He's gonna be our best friend now.
Mom always says I have too much junk in the trunk. You know.
No such thing. That means you have a healthy fat storage for winter.
That's true. I'm never really cold in the winter. In fact, last winter, and he goes on for another 10 minutes of just constant talking.
Kina's kind of used to this because she has 100% dealt with this with like various diplomats throughout the years. Like her job as like a teenager was just like go entertain that person while mom and dad do like the actual political talk.
So at the end, because you can tell he's kind of used to talking when people aren't listening, you and Sorsha do hear, and that was the end of the first Great Chipmunk War.
I did not know chipmunks could be so political.
Oh, of course they do. They're kind of assholes, really. They look all cute and cuddly, but they're actually kind of vicious. They're not very friendly.
Sorsha's going to look at the rest of the party and just, hey, this one's educational. Can we keep him?
Oh, we're not asking. And Kina's going to, we're not asking permission. We're keeping him.
Just don't feed him the weird nuts.
He needs a friend.
You're gonna kidnap him. You have to ask him if he's a sentient and he's talking to you, please. You're kidnapping him. He might have a wife and children.
No, his wife doesn't want to be with him anymore, and he can't have any decent
out.
friends.
When did he say all of that?
In like the last half hour. Like we've just been sitting there for a half hour talking with him.
Like,
It's like sob story after sob story. Like, no,
Sorsha
buddy.
just prattles off like a perfect soap opera story of how Jeffrey's wife left him
For like another opossum.
A bigger
for another
one.
much more muscular and attractive possum that came back from the
bigger
dead
dad.
twice.
Can I go over
That
to
whore.
Vico's nuts that were in the ground when I left them there and see if there are any aphids or other insects that might have been attracted to the honey roasting that are in that general area?
Sure, you look around and there's some insects that are just kind of sniffing around it, but oddly enough, they don't bite on it.
I wish to lay down a couple of leaves to see if the insects will crawl on them, and then I'm going to take that over to Jeffrey for food.
Are you feeding him magic nuts?
Well, insects that are smart enough not to eat the magic nuts, which you should have. You got to trust the insects.
In my defense, I thought it was just a bag of like honey roasted nuts. Until I saw the horse get big.
Horse got huge. Anyway,
Horse got very huge.
Maybe he was just overly excited.
hey yo, stuff doth happen.
Oh yeah, we never did clarify any of this in the morning.
You have not.
And V's just unaware. She just kept walking away.
Can I?
So,
like, 'cause I would have seen her with my, because I got good perception for that role. I had a nat 20. Can I like go and pick up, like, seeing Sevier kind of messing with the nuts? I kind of realized, oh, she dropped the rest of it, and I just like tuck it back into the bag.
Sure.
So
You
how
can
many
now
nuts
say
do I
that
have
you have
now?
8 of them.
Thank you.
And
But,
while Tina's doing that, Sorsha is going to be sitting with the possum, like, shake it, bon, shake it, bon, shake it. She's going to break out into a dance with the possum.
Well, that's like a lot of shaking around and moving. It's kind of a lot. I'm good. I don't know if I like that too much. I'm kind of dizzy.
Oh, sorry. We'll work on that when you feel better.
You have
Okay,
to start
and then he like
slow,
just
Sorsha.
right near his face. He just does the cutest little like. Sorry, I can't really like cover my mouth really too much because you're kind of holding my arms like that. But
Kina's gonna come back. Sorsha, you must start slow. A waltz, nice and slow pace.
so anyway, what are you guys doing out here?
Remember what I messaged you about last time, Brian?
What?
My notebooks.
Okay.
Waltz is going to go into one of my notebooks with big, bold letters and many exclamation points.
Got it.
Oh, what are you, like, studying me?
No.
I got nothing to say.
I'm a specimen. Not in a good way, though. But
So how long does Speak with Animals last for, by the way?
I'm pretty sure until the long rest.
No.
no, that's only in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
I know. I was just trying to be funny.
Yeah, can we like
Darn
can we
it.
say it lasts till a long rest because that's so much better?
There are rules that does say how long the spell lasts for. How much does it last for?
Working on it. 10 minutes.
It's D&D. You can change it however you want.
It's
How
only
long
10
does it
minutes.
last for?
10 minutes, which is such a
As
waste.
long as we want.
Okay, we'll say that it lasts an hour because 10 minutes is kind
Okay.
of a waste.
Okay,
You guys
thank
can have
you.
an hour.
Thank you, because like it takes if it lasts 10 minutes, it's like okay, great, you cast it, and then you have like it takes just as long to cast it as it does that you have use of it. That's stupid.
I will say, like, after a while, and you guys can tell when the spell wears off, but you hear his squeaking still, and he is, like, looking at you like you are understanding everything he is saying.
Oh, Jeffrey, hold on. I think the spell wore off. Give us, like, 10 minutes, please. And the ritual cast it again.
And Sorsha will look at like, hey, maybe we take turns? So that way in case he needs us, he can talk to us.
Yes, but then he can't talk to us both. What if he needs us both? We're the only two who could understand him.
You know what? That's true.
I'm just going to look at V and say this was a terrible idea.
I'm actually convinced they're insane. I mean, coffee? And she hands him her cup.
You're handing
you.
the.
Draz.
Oh, okay. I
My
thought you were
cup.
handing the possum a cup. I was like, that's
No.
great.
I am going to take the coffee and drink the coffee and just shake my head at the display.
V pours herself another cup.
Can I like explain to Jeffrey, like, we are traveling north for some diplomatic inquiries. Would you like to come with us?
I don't know. That sounds like a lot of traveling. Like, I've never been outside of the wood before, but I guess I don't got anything going on. And he just starts like, and then
You're small
like,
enough, we can carry you.
and then like 15 minutes later, you just hear, and that was the end of the war with the tree.
You guys aren't taking all this at face value, are you?
You can't understand him.
I'm assuming that you guys are relaying this to us.
Wait, can
Are
you
we?
understand him because you're a beast? Like, I mean, like, sounds so bad.
Dude's a beast.
So wouldn't he be able to understand animal?
No, I speak specific languages.
Oh, well.
Are we telling them what Jeffrey is saying, or are
I
we
hope
just-
to God you're not. I hope to God you're not. Because I think it's so much better that all we're hearing is squeak, 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 squeak.
I imagine
Yeah,
it's one of
that's
those
something
things
ever.
where one of us goes to explain something, and you guys are like, "Nah, shut up," and like, we don't care.
So yeah, at the end you just hear. So that's why every year at the winter solstice, the humans cut the head off of the trees to show when they won the victory in the war of the trees, and then they put the trees in their house and they hang the stuff on them.
And because Kina knows nothing about the cultures of this land, she's going to turn to Sosha. Is that true?
Can
He
I do a
definitely
history
just
check to see
described
if it is?
Christmas. Like
Oh,
Christmas is
okay.
all
I
he
know
was
that
describing.
above table, but Kina does not, because she has no idea about this world. So she's just like, that's an odd tradition you have here. Interesting. Like, she 100% is believing him.
Why would the possum lie?
Yeah.
The possum is a spy for the BBEG guys.
Well, he wasn't until you said that.
Yeah.
It was his sidekick all along. You know, the cat that he's supposed to pet, it's a possum.
Yo, y'all ain't even ready.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
I just lied to you about my wife, Nancy.
The wars really did happen, though.
The war of the trees really did happen.
It's still ongoing because they chop them down every year.
Every year, they chop off the heads of the trees or Christmases. Signify the victory, the war of the trees.
Jeffrey,
I will say, you do see this possum like now, like not being held. Like he is like making these like grand gestures of like.
is he doing like the mass? Just he's Italian.
I'm not getting myself in trouble.
Draz is going to look at V and say, I'm really curious of what he's saying, but at the same time, I really don't want to ask. Because how could you not be curious?
Honestly, it's a waste of time. It's already like 1 p.m.
Well,
It is very clearly only 8:30. It can feel like 1.
Well, it feels like 1 to her. She's looking through the bags for liquor now. She's like, well, I guess we're here for the day.
Can I? It's not explicitly stated that you can't cast it on somebody else, but like when I hear Draz say, you gotta be somewhat curious. Like, can I ritual cast Speak with Animals on Draz?
I'm pretty sure the target for Speak with Animals is self, isn't it?
Yes, but like technically speaking, if you with some slight alterations.
No, self is self.
But I want to share the gift. I want to share.
You might make an enemy for life.
Quite honestly, it's reminding me of like the boomers that don't know what they're doing on Facebook, and it's just their status like about lunch, like all this like mindless like prattle.
Dang.
But I'm like, well, I guess V's eating her rabbit bacon. That was interesting. Never heard of that before. So she's having a grand breakfast, and then she'll walk over to the horses and pet them, hang out for a little bit, and I guess wait until they're over there conversing.
Oh my god, are the horses talking too?
Yeah, we can talk to the horses.
I wasn't going to actually talk to them. I'm just wondering how they feel about the nuts and being.
I will go over to
Changed.
the one horse that got super big and be like, how are you feeling?
Feeling great, bro. Feeling awesome. Totally jacked.
So, you had an interesting reaction to something you ate last night.
Yeah, I got swole. Awesome. And it is now canon that horses are bros.
This is why you
on a
turn them
See me
into
last
villains.
night? My glutes were totally jacked. It was great.
On a purely metagame level, I totally understand this because I take the Speak with Animals feat every single time in the Divinity games. So I get it.
I get it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
like start introducing Jeffrey to the horses and to Jeremy.
Hi.
I didn't
What's up,
she
little
could
bro?
I didn't think she could get more peculiar. I was wrong.
You just see like she's got an opossum in her lap and a bird on her shoulder, and she's just talking with them.
And so she's just like.
At this point, seeing that his ruse worked the way he wanted it to, Thevir would clean up the remains of breakfast, and then he's going to go find a body of water, even if it's a cold bath, to get himself straightened up, and he's going to pull out his manicure kit and clear up the splinters and straighten up his nails and make sure that he presents that noble appearance by the time he gets back.
Please tell me Sorsha goes with him. Damn.
When he comes
Wanted
back
to give you a
looking
swan to
clean,
talk
though,
to.
Kina is like absolutely gonna be like, "Oh, did you find a place to bathe? Where?" And then she's going to just like follow his directions and go to like this creek. So shape water. You can use it to freeze
Hold
water
on.
or melt.
Was there something specific to happen while you were bathing that you wanted to discuss, or just bathing, manicure, being kind of posh, and that's it?
Oh, no, that's it.
Okay. So, Kina, you go to the water.
No. Sorsha is going to say, don't do that. I don't know why he did. And she's going to create 10 gallons of water for you. There's leeches in there.
And then, so shape water,
Yeah.
you can like freeze or unfreeze water. So since it kind of comes with a spell that you can manipulate its temperature, could I use shape water to warm it up to like, just I don't want it boiling,
Sure.
but I want it like a nice bath.
Sure. So you warm up some water to take a bath, and then all of a sudden, as you are bathing, because you have speak with animals up still, you hear, "Hey! Hey! Hey!"
You saying that?
You turn around and there is a swan. And when you look at him, he just looks at you and says, "Fuck you." Because swans are assholes, and I can confirm that.
Peacocks
I
are
got bit
also
by a
assholes.
swan.
Did you deserve it?
No!
Do we believe him?
I
guys,
was just chilling.
Post in the comments.
was
Do
just
you believe
chilling.
him?
I was just chilling. So you now
Comment,
have
guys.
a swan that is mean mugging you and is like getting closer and like puffing himself up like, "Why are you in my lake? My
I'm
lake.
not in your lake.
Dude, my lake."
She's not in a lake. She's in a tub. Where the fuck Goose go?
My water.
Apparently,
No.
you have a goose in the
This
tub.
water was created with magic.
Dude, a swan doesn't understand magic.
Oh, so it just appeared.
It was
Okay.
chilling in the lake where the water came from. Or no, the water came from Sorja.
Yeah.
'Cause apparently leeches live in.
Yeah. Besides asshole swans.
Feather didn't ask, so.
Has there ever been a swan that wasn't an asshole? No. Anyway, so you're bathed. You have confirmed that swans are assholes. You guys have Jeffrey the sad possum that apparently talks way too much.
And I also use a bit of soap and shape water to just like send soapy water like swishing through my clothes to clean them out. And then I use shape water to take all the water out to dry them off.
Okay. So, you guys are now back and sitting there, and Sorsha is sitting by the fire. Do any of you all have any questions that you wish to circle back to, or did the ruse of the War of the Trees, as told by Jeffrey, throw you guys off the scent trail enough that you guys are not going to address that?
I feel like Kina is curious, but she is more likely to bring it up like when it's just her and Sorsha.
You guys tell me what's going on.
Thevir's gonna walk into the center. Do I see Kina washing her clothes, or did she go off into somewhere else?
I'm off somewhere else. You ain't seeing
Okay.
shit, buddy boy.
Prestidigitation, and I'm going to clean all of my clothes and let all of the soil and contaminants wipe off. Just in the middle of camp. I'm ready to go. You know, I'm coiffed, cleaned. I have no leeches, and my clothing is spotless. Let's get on the trail. Let's go.
Make a con save for leeches.
Oof. Okay. It's 10. It's not
10?
that bad.
So you think you have no leeches?
That's fine.
As you're riding in your saddle later, that might start to feel a little uncomfortable.
I'll squish him. Gives me an excuse for another bath.
All right. So are you guys just packing up camp and going, or is there conversations to be had? You guys tell me.
Thevir's already striking camp at this point. He's
He
breaking
doesn't
down
want-
tents.
So yeah, Draz is tearing the tent down. And he's packing up.
Okay.
He's done with this.
So who in the party actually remembers where you guys are going?
Give me the map and I can point it out.
I can tell you it's north.
Road again is the first stop. We're taking an indirect route that Warvier told us to take that kind of it's not the fastest way. I think it's about like 4 days longer, but Sorsha is confident that we were told to go this way for a reason. There are 4 settlements that we are going to come across. Vortigern, Adamond, Korgiron, Hussein, and Eastvale is our final destination.
All right. Talon, you can see that I did put your familiar on the map. Properly bedazzled. So the people at home can see. I'll make him a little bigger. Properly bedazzled.
He is Fitz Chivalry Foxier.
And you should be able to control him.
Thank you.
If you can't, let me know and we'll work on that. All right, so you guys are traveling. Are you guys traveling over the nearest roads? Or are you guys going over, through the wilds? What are you guys doing?
Well, I'll follow our great old leader. So whatever sort finds the best path.
Well, when everyone actually got ready to leave, Sorsha would probably ask if anybody wanted to change paths to go the faster way, or if they thought that it would be better to follow Boss's advice.
I think it's better to be covert.
You seemed certain yesterday that your employer's advice was the route to go.
Yeah, but yesterday she met a dragon. Today she might meet another one.
No, she already met a possum. I think we're good today.
What did happen with that dragon? Because like that will kind of like make Kina start to ask like we couldn't really hear what happened, but I mean I think it went well. You're still here.
So she sort of like tilts her head back and forth. She'll look at her husband for a second and then kind of look at everyone else. I don't quite know how to explain it. I still have plenty of questions myself. And just she'll just sort of like start pacing a minute and then look at everyone, and she would unzip her dress on her side, like by her rib cage. Not to show you anything. There's no side boob. There's nothing inappropriate or anything like that. But you guys would see this like sort of burnt and scaly mess of black and silver scales etched onto her skin. And you guys could tell that it's some sort of a scar, a birthmark. So I don't know if they would have to roll to see if it was a birthmark or a scar. That's up to the DM's description.
I would say as she shows it, who is trained in nature? Any of you?
Hold on, I'm checking. Nope.
Then all of you can make a check to see if you recognize this as like a birthmark, as something natural or otherwise.
Can I roll Arcana to see if it's tripping any magical sensors?
Go for it.
So 14.
9.
Dirty 20.
So with those
Flip the hair.
Draz, with your 9, you got no idea. Nothing is coming up for you.
It was a long shot.
For Kina and V, you guys like after looking at it for a second, like this is definitely not magical or not natural. Like
That does not look comfortable, Sorsha. Are you all right?
Quite well.
So did the dragon give you that, or has that been there?
Well, I was born with it and abandoned, I thought, because of it, but
Okay.
maybe not now. Like I said, I don't have all the questions. What I do know is that it's not a bad thing. It's in fact a gift.
From a dragon.
That is what it seems to be indeed.
Is the boss aware of this?
If he is, he's
So
no...
the hesitation is making alarm bells go off with Draz. Go ahead.
I don't know what
Trey.
he's a DM.
that is your call on if you would have shared that with him, if it would have come up through any of your conversations and the time spent with him, if you would have gone to him for any advice about it, stuff like that.
She's going to play it off as though she's not aware if he does or not, but she knows that he does.
Draz, like it matters. She can still do her job. It's not a hindrance.
We'll see.
I thought you weren't fond of him anyway.
I think he's a dick, but he's very good at what he does.
Then, Sorsha, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but chances are he does know.
He might. He knows a lot.
Well, he
He
still
does
seems
indeed.
to trust you, so that's got to count for something.
I'd
My
like to
main
think
worry
so.
is who is he inclined to share things with?
Share
No one,
what
unless it gets him
things
something.
exactly. Do you guys not trust him?
I trust him to do what is best for him and his organization. That's not always the same as what's best for me and my unit. I've never been betrayed, but I don't entirely like his methods. And like I said, he's a dick.
He seems the sort to believe that the ends justify the means, no matter the means, and that worries me. And he is somebody who deals in secrets, so knowledge is power, and power is dangerous.
I would argue it can be dangerous. It's not always dangerous. It's what you use your power for that matters.
But information, once unleashed, cannot be controlled.
Funny how you're preaching about secrets when you have the biggest one.
Draz is just going to look at her like, what?
Everybody knows but me, but I know.
Kia's just gonna
So maybe we don't judge as hard as we
What
say.
secrets do you think I keep, V?
You pretend to be somebody you're not, but that's okay. We all do it. Protection. Or just because you think you can.
And that's what I worry about, the ones who do it just because they can. I am not one to keep secrets lightly. You do not eat my snack.
She was yelling at Jeffrey. So in this moment, everybody we're going to do a group perception check. So everybody roll it out and we'll kind of average it out and we'll see what happens.
22.
14.
10.
I got a heavy 12.
13.
Okay. So that is enough that I will say all of you do hear this melodious singing that is carrying to you guys on the wind. And you guys see that you guys are coming up on the city off in the distance, the town of Vrutigan. How many of you speak Infernal?
Negative.
Nope.
Okay, so essentially, assuming that both of you have seen Hocus Pocus, Sarah Jessica Parker's song at the end, Become Little Children song, that is what you are hearing being sung in Infernal right now. In this beautiful, just soft, inviting, welcoming voice.
Can I roll performance to counterpoint and create a separate harmony?
Go for it.
While he is doing that, Sorsha is going to look at V and Hina.
27.
So you do indeed start singing, and you do indeed carry a wonderful complimentary note to this beautiful voice that is carrying through the trees. And yeah, what effect it's having, you don't know, but you're doing it.
Can I take out my, I think it's a lyre that I have and start adding that?
What are you guys doing? No, never mind. Sorry. This is above table.
I like how Hannah's worrying. Hannah's worry is coming out through V. But why?
Actually, never mind. Instead of the lyre, I want to pick up Jeffrey and start showing him how to waltz.
Well, that's a lot of
before you
moving
did
around.
that, Sorsha would look at Kina and V and sort of, she gets a seriousness and assertiveness that you guys haven't seen before, and you can tell that she is just exhausted, physically and emotionally exhausted. This woman is done. She's almost cooked. Like, she's so beyond emotionally there that she's over it. So she's going to look at you guys and say, look, I'm not sure what issues you two have together, but if you cannot work together, if you cannot trust each other, this is not going to work. So whatever issues, I would prefer they all be out on the table, out loud, either between you two in private or as a group, because this is not going to work for any of us ever if you two continue to be at each other's throats regularly.
Just kind of look at V like, would you like to have a conversation?
I'm more concerned about the random singing and the melodic playing along. At the moment.
My husband can handle it. She's not worried.
Oh, okay. I'm not worried about harpy, sirens, just Fae in general.
I'm gonna
worried
get
about
to that once you guys are, because I'm not just singing.
Oh, okay.
By the way,
I was like, are you just harmonizing with this random creature that's about to like hypnotize us? I'm like, I can't. We're amplifying.
oh no, there's a whole plan here. But if you guys have RP and like conversation,
Yeah, if you guys have RP, get it out. Like,
Luna, eat your snack.
do you guys wish to have this out now, or are you guys plugging it for later?
Later.
Okay.
V's more concerned. She's ready for the fight.
Okay. So, what is everybody's passive perception?
As I am singing, I'm trying to ascertain two things. One, how far away from me is this voice? And two, is the voice magical?
Okay, roll an Arcana check for the second part.
Arcana of 24.
24, absolutely this is magical. And give me a perception check, an active perception check for the first part of your question.
And my active perception would be dirty 20.
Dirty 20. What you pick up on is that this is coming from the opposite side of the town of Vrutigan, in which you guys are walking up on.
I need a distance.
I mean, it's. I don't know if you'd be able to tell just by singing.
Okay. Well,
Coming from the woods beyond the town. And the town is currently, I'd say, probably 150 yards away.
Okay. That gives me a good idea. I am going to pull out my lute.
Okay.
And I'm going to accompany my song onto my lute while giving everybody else a signal to follow me. I want to go around the town, keeping up my song until I get, we'll say, within 60 feet of where this voice is coming from.
Okay. So as you guys are approaching this town,
I don't want to go into the town. I want to go around the town.
I will have, being that you're kind of keyed up, make a perception check for me with advantage.
$17 plus 5 would give me
22.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So with a 22, the first thing that catches your attention is that you do see people running around in the town. And as you look, you notice that what you see is children ranging from 3 years old up to about 13, 14. And they are running around. You see them. Some of them have sticks of cotton candy. Some of them have just baskets of chocolates and stuff like that, but they are all running around. Some of them are eating like caramel apples and whatnot, but they are all running around. They are having a great time. They are laughing. And then you see 3, 4, 8, 12 of these statues that as you look closer, you realize that the statues are all adult-sized.
No. Can she I guess who's the nearest to her, because she's gonna try to like get their attention without bringing too much attention to like the group in general.
Probably Draz.
All right, so she's gonna like elbow him as hard as she can and like point to him and be like, I don't even think we want to step foot in there. Something is not right.
Yeah. I think you may be right. And I'm gonna try and wave Sorsha over so she can see what we're seeing, if she hasn't already.
Is Sorsha reacting?
Sorsha stepped away for a second.
Oh.
Can Kina react? Because I got an 18 perception, so I probably noticed the big minotaur waving.
Sure.
She's just gonna kind of, guys, stop. Fall back. Jazz, what's going on?
Do you see what's going on in there? Does that look normal?
She's gonna turn back and look, and I mean, it's children and statues, and those are statues, right?
With that, V's gonna grab Kina's face and grasp it and like kind of really focus and be like, statues that are oddly all adults.
So, Sorsha, to recap, what has been noticed by V is the fact that there are the children playing around. I think you were there for that part. And the statues. And upon confirming that Draz did indeed see, and now Kina, and they're getting your attention to show you, as you take in this view, what is Sorsha? What is Sorsha's reaction to this?
A view of what? I went to go refill my water, so I missed it.
So just the view of seeing these kids playing around, you're noticing that there are no adults like moving around that you can see, and then you notice these statues that are all adult sized in various poses and various emotions, just seemingly locked in moments of time.
So what say you? Do we investigate or do we continue on?
If something is wrong, we should help.
It's not part of our assignment.
I just don't think it's safe for us to step foot in the town. We need to figure out what it is.
That would be smart. Do you know of anything that does this sort of thing?
I mean, would be potentially. I mean, it doesn't really feel like she would, but
No, but you might be able to ask the mage in the group.
Wizard Boy?
Wizard Boy.
Wizard Boy put a rallying symbol with his lute and said that he was going around the village and thought that the rest of the party was going to follow him because he's trying to find the source of the voice. And then everybody went into the village.
No, we're on the outside.
They're still on the outskirts. You guys are still like skirting around the town.
We were
Just
following
looking
you.
into the town and seeing this.
I'm less worried about the statues and more worried about trying to find the source of this voice.
Okay.
Do you stop playing music long enough to tell us that?
Can I roll a performance check to maintain the same harmony and sing my response?
Go for it. I love it.
So we're going to transition from infernal to common to sing that whatever is going on here, this song is about luring little children away from their parents and how things are going to be so much better for them and we need to find the source of the voice. All in salt.
All right.
Has the voice turned the adults into statues, you think? Or was that something else?
To be determined.
He
Because Tina
sings
is going to
to be determined.
To be determined.
let's fill our ears with beeswax.
All right, so you guys keep going around the town. You guys do hear some children playing. You hear an older individual that is sitting there just saying, "Come, come! Now you must eat up. You must keep eating. You must keep eating. Mother doesn't want you losing too much weight now. You must stay robust for her. Yes."
In
What language?
That was in common.
what do we see when we look toward that?
So kind of like, are you guys trying to be stealthy, or are you just kind of walking?
Stealthy for sure.
I would say V would try to get as close as she could, that she feels safe.
Okay.
So I'm going to give the party enough time to separate away from me.
Okay.
And then switching back into Infernal.
Yeah.
Come, dear sweet mother, I'll take thee away. And I need her to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Give me a second because I closed out the stat block. I got you. I got you. Dum 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 dum. Is this a charming effect?
This is indeed a charming effect.
All right. So you do your singing, and you feel that it has no effect, even though if you're casting a spell, you would still burn it. You would still use it.
Oh, that's fine.
You feel that it is not hitting whatever target you're trying to throw it at.
Well, I've already started down this road, and the rest of the party is attempting to be stealthy, I think. So, in Infernal, dear sweet grandmother, your voice is so magical. It's almost as magical as my own. How do you do this evening?
At that, you guys all notice kind of a stutter in the singing. Why did you go away? There you go.
If there's any rolls to be made, can Sorsha sort of dance around Thevir to give him the help action?
He wandered away from the party.
But I know, but I'm saying, can I follow him? Because I'm assuming I could still hear him.
Guys, splitting the party is a bad idea.
That's why I don't want him to go alone.
We got to the point where we could see her and hear her talking to children. You guys
hear somebody.
And I stood close enough, about 60 feet away. And then when my magic fell flat on its face, I called out to her. So we're still within the same general area.
Okay.
You guys are just trying to be sneaky, and I'm not.
So upon you calling out to Mother in Infernal, the people that are sitting there watching this older girl that is talking to the kids, and she only seems about 14. You see her head kind of tilt a little bit, And she gets very worried, and she just says, "Come, children. Some people are coming that want to stop our playtime. You guys don't want to stop playing, do you? You guys don't want to go back to having rules and chores and and all that." And you just hear the kids like, "No, we don't want." And it's like, all right, and you see her kind of like school momming them away. But she does not react, but you hear a voice coming from what you can kind of see is just this tower-like structure coming from, like I said, probably another about 50 yards away on the opposite side of the town. You just hear in Infernal this voice just kind of, "You are not welcome here in my woods. I do not want you here. Why have you come?"
At that, Thavir is going to burst out into glorious song while dancing around, all speaking in Infernal, and he is going to string together the best story in song about how he is a wandering bard looking for fire and a soft bed, hoping that the town of Rootgen could accommodate him. It's a little bit rustic, but he is willing to give you the benefit of his abilities for a night if you will feed and house him.
So at that, you hear this voice change almost instantly, and she just says, "Oh, yes. The town of Brutigan can definitely lay safe harbor for you this evening. Please, proceed into town, and there you will find your respite."
And where might I find this most charming grandmother who is speaking to me? I wish to give you my appreciation in person.
Oh, that will have to wait, for I am most famished, and I must feast tonight.
Songs are not my only skill. I am a fair hand in the kitchen, if you would like me to whip you up something special.
Oh, that won't be necessary.
While he's talking to her, can V get closer to the tower? Like she's in,
I mean, the tower's still, like I said, it's like another 60 yards away, like through the woods. But if you want to, sure.
I'm assuming that's where this person is.
This is all like a voice like in his head right now.
Oh, so we're not hearing them scream from
And
the
it's
tower.
an
That's kind of what I was
If you
picturing.
don't speak Infernal, for sure there would be a 0% chance of what's going on.
Okay, yeah, I don't speak it.
Can we hear that she's like her voice is coming from the tower, and we would have seen like the teenager and the kids headed that way?
You would see that the kids are being ushered that way, but like I said, this is kind of into his head.
Well, then I guess V would follow one of the kids, and if possible, are they all carrying something?
Not really. I mean, they're kind of like they have like I said, candies and just wholly unhealthy things.
Can I
just
wild
very-
shape into like an ant or something and just like hide on one of their clothes? And then just get
You know
carried
how
into the
slow
tower?
an ant would be in comparison with people?
A spider?
Chipmunk?
There's some freaking fast spiders. And they're always especially fast when you're trying to throw a shoe at them. I just want to be like a little tiny spider and just like slip onto the back of someone's clothes and just
What is the
go into the-
movement speed of a normal spider in D&D?
I mean, Kina could always talk to Sorsha about it, and she could like And she could use a web to fly in like a parachute.
Let's see. I'm sure I have a
Wow.
little spider here somewhere. Little tiny spider. Where are you?
Their stat block is actually listed at 20 feet.
20 feet? It's funny that you should mention the spiders. So I will say yes, if she wishes to use a wild shape to go for that, yes, she can spin her web, and you sit there and you blow the web and you watch the thing just kind of go up and start carrying her away. And as you do, you notice that is an awfully big shadow that spider is casting. And then it doesn't take you that long to realize that there are more than one of these shadows, and that they are significantly bigger than they should be. And as you guys are looking up, I see I'm doing this to myself. I'm torturing myself. On the wind, floating on these crackling webs that seem to have some kind of like energy to them, you see these giant ass spiders are literally floating down from the sky right now.
I knew we should have kept walking.
Upon seeing that, I guess I will head back toward the party.
Okay. So we are going to set Kina for, we'll say, over there. Everybody else can be where you guys are. But that's where we're going to end it for tonight, because I am now going to have 2 parties that I end on a combat so that they are walking into combat next time.
Dirty rat.
It's 10:24. It's getting to the end of our allotted time because 5:30 gets here awfully early, which is when I get up to go to work. So here at the end of the night is usually when we do our what's going on around the Nexus. So I can say that this week we will be back here on Wednesday night, where you will see Danielle up where I am. You will see me down where Danielle is. You will see Hannah over there. You will see Sean and Bill and Andy. And am I forgetting anybody?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. You can come back on Wednesday to see all of us playing in Threads of War, where you can see me playing a kind of a posh half-orc monk by the name of Helgar, who has a problem with a party member who always smells like cabbages, which is more of a me problem than Helgar's problem, but, you know, that's fine. And so, yeah, that's Wednesdays. You can tune in right here at 7:30 p.m. CST for that. And then this Friday, we are actually welcoming Danielle into the fold as she is coming to Universe's Worm, where you again can see me down there being a player, playing the glorious dwarven manthong-clad dwarf by the name of Kildrak, because that campaign definitely has hinges. But yeah, you can tune in there. And new Andy is the other, sorry, to address. Andy is saying, and the new Andy. The new Andy is next Monday, sir. But Yes, you
I
can
thought we were
come
calling them
on
through
Friday
now.
to see Unibrox's Worm, also at 7:30 CST, or is that 7? I think it's 7:30. I can't remember.
Thought it was at 8.
I know it's not 8. Well, I think we've done 8 a couple times to give some people time to wake up, but I think usually we go for 7:30, so we're going to say 7:30.
For Unibrox's Worm?
Yeah.
At 7:30.
There you go. 7:30 CST for that. And then next Monday, you can tune in here to see not this group, but the other Monday group where we will have a new player there too, as my buddy Joe is coming in, and I'm very excited to have him here on Mondays as well. So that one you can tune in to see the Southern Lights being played out next Monday. So that's what we got going on here in the Nexus. It is a busy week this week. And coming up in just a few weeks, details still pending a little bit as far as participants, but we can say we are going to have me DMing whatever females of the Nexus are coming to play for that craziness. You can come and see the Sisters Scorned, which is always a good time. I don't know why I've done, I don't know what I've done, but it was at the behest of my wife to say, hey, let's get chicks together to be witches. And I said, absolutely. And who knows, maybe they'll make that more of a campaign themselves, but you can come and see that. Like I said, that's going to be Sunday, February 8th. But I think we're going to do that one in the afternoon because we can. And because why do we always got to do everything late at night, right? So that's what we got going on, unless anybody else has anything that you would like to share.
I mean,
Anybody?
I guess I should start being a decent agent for myself. Buy my book. I have a
Buy my book.
published. If you like shenanigans and magic, it's called The New Apprentice. It's the first book in the Crane Chronicles, and it's I actually co-wrote it with my dad. He plays a very grumpy old sorcerer, and I play the teenage apprentice who makes his life miserable. And there's a lot more to it than that, but it gives me an excuse to call my dad Barney on a regular basis. So I love that for me.
So there we go. And because she runs our PR, I will have her go ahead and in the comments below on the section on the session on YouTube anyway, I will have her post a link because I'm guessing there's a link to where people can buy it, right?
Oh yeah,
There you go. So I will have PR Danielle take care of all of that business, which is going to be wonderful and it's going to be great. So yes, go buy her book, check it out. And if it's terrible, make sure to give her just all the reviews and tell her how terrible it is, because all reviews get the stuff going in the algorithm. But knowing Danielle, it's going to be great, I'm sure. See, when you post the link, then I'll have it so that I can go buy it because, why not?
Keep in mind, I was 15 when we first wrote it. So,
So, that will be that for us tonight. Then I'm going to go ahead and end it here tonight. Thank all of you for watching with us for this long. Thanks to everybody who has started watching live and pumping our numbers up to where we should be. Don't forget to like and subscribe on Twitch and on YouTube. On YouTube, make sure to hit those little bell notifications so that you can find out every single time we're going live in case I forget something or we're running late or whatever it is. Point is, hit those notifications so that you can come and see us live and see all the shenanigans happening, because I know that a lot of you watch it on playback, which is great. We appreciate all of you, but live is just so much more fun. So with that, I will call it a night. Thank all of you for watching, and we will see you next time here on the Clockwork Nexus. Good night, everybody.